everybody. Welcome to the Party42nite Insta Live interviews with myself, Scelo Pango, the OCP, the original crowd pleaser. Let me hear you say OCP. Yep. And today we are hanging out with your favorite DJ at Groove and also on radio and also when it comes to hosting events. He's all the way from Johannesburg, Davidton. He is a DJ, he's a radio presenter, he's also a producer. And can I just highlight that he's actually self-made, like self-made DJ, self-made radio presenter.
The Kruk. Hello!
Yo! I can't see myself. Is that a bad thing?
That is a bad thing because you need to see me at least.
Yeah, I can definitely see you.
Okay, please see yourself.
Yeah, still, I think it's the network at your house, Muti.
Ah! It's also yours. Me,
Mine is fine.
Listen, but I was receiving a call. That's why it did what it did now. Ne?
Yeah, tell these boys to call you after the interview, man.
I wish. I'm being dribbled right now. I'm going, yeah, go as it is. I feel like you mad at me.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Listen, how are you self-made? Because you are self-made DJ, radio presenter. You have everything, and you learned it yourself.
I think all these things go hand in hand, man. And I feel to fully explore what I'm trying to do, you need to have a piece of each, you know. So
yeah.
That's basically why. I've always had a passion for radio, always had a passion for music, passion for DJing, passion for making the music, and passion for activating the music. So it's an entire full circle, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it all goes together. And I want to assume that radio is like your first love, from like your partnerships with radio stations from London to YFM, TKO, to now your own radio show, AMA International. That's actually doing pretty great. Tell us a bit more about AMA International for people that maybe don't even know what we're talking about, but they're hearing radio show, The Kruk. Like what is it all about?
Yeah, I think music is my first love, but I'm almost able to activate the music through radio. So I've watched many guys that are really good at this music thing, you know what I mean? And I asked myself, like, how can I also become like a vessel for other guys, you know? And that's basically radio. So I obviously started off at YFM. Well, started off at UJFM, and then after UJFM, got into YFM, started producing at Y, and then wiggled my way into my own show, and then that show did well. Yeah, that show did well. We actually got nominated for a 2017 Liberty Award. For radio. Yeah. So did that, and then this year, I think back in 2016, I started. I was the first guy to play amapiano on my radio show called The Players Club, and then grew with the sound, introduced it to like mainstream radio, and it became a thing. And then I was chatting to people overseas, man, and the sound was starting to like make way overseas. Especially in the UK, because that's where a lot of like these little small movements start in pockets and great. So it was just a general progression for me to get a radio show out in the UK. So started chatting to my people that side, and one thing led to another, one conversation led to another, and we eventually got a radio show on the Beat London 103.6 FM and Drums Radio, and we're probably the only amapiano show on a global platform. And I actually found out, I think last week Monday, that with a month of doing the show, 4 other amapiano shows have started in London. So
Oh my god! That's a huge thing, because your movement with Ama International is to take Amapiano to the world, and I feel like just from those news, you sort of like actually achieved the main thing about the show. So who do you feature on the show? Because I see you have different people, here and there.
I feature like the pulse of South African, man, and the pulse of South Africa. That's first and foremost what I don't want to lose, I don't go in there trying to sound British, I've kept many nuances, that come with the Amapiano sound and that come with like South African urban culture. And I try feature as many guys that were at the forefront of how the Amapiano started first, just to give them their flowers, because obviously Gabs and Maporis are doing really well, MFR Souls are doing well, and Vigor Deep is doing well, Focalistic is doing well, but there are many other guys that literally contributed to the bigger picture, that don't get their flowers, and over and above singing the other guys' praises, I also want to introduce those guys that started the movement, Yeah.
I like that. I feel like you're the type of artist, like even with what you do, you always sort of like try to include everyone else that is about the movement that you're pushing at that moment. Because even with terms of being a DJ, you're a DJ that then decided to create a platform for yourself and also for others through your event, Magic Day Club.
Yeah.
So I want us to get into sort of like the concept behind Magic Day Club, like what type of environment, like as an event, what am I walking into when I'm coming into your venue, whatever your venue you chose, and I'm saying I'm going to Magic Day Club.
So the craziest thing about the Magic Day Club, let's take it from the beginning. I entered a DJ competition with X, I think in 2017.
X Find Your Magic. Wasn't it X Find Your Magic? Yeah.
Yeah, and I won that competition. Black Coffee handpicked me to go open a couple of shows for him out in Ibiza. And actually today, 3 years ago, was the day we landed in Ibiza.
Oh, shit!
How crazy.
I was on my power once again. Yo!
So yeah, man, I started in Ibiza, and then from Ibiza, I think with all the advice and the conversations I was having, the traveling bug just bit me, man. I started making my own connections on the side, started speaking to people on the side, and I started traveling. I think in the past 3 years, I've hit about 18 countries, if not 19. I was counting the other day, 18 if not 19, and I've built quite a profile for myself in the past 3 years, so which is dope. So, but my biggest thing about the Magic Day Club, coming back to the Magic Day Club, was that I've always wanted to take what I see when I travel and bring it back home and almost like mimic my experiences when traveling, So the Magic Day Club is basically an impersonation of like a pasha or a Blue Marlin, out in Ibiza or Dubai, right here in South Africa. So it's basically a copy and paste of that, and just so that like my followers, my people, people that appreciate what I do, also get to enjoy and experience what I enjoy and experience when I'm traveling. So that's basically what Magic Day Club is. So think about Ibiza, but only in South Africa.
Yeah, I like, you see people that you can go overseas, man. Don't bring us the virus, but bring us stuff like that. Bring us stuff. Don't bring us no virus. Just bring us stuff like like Magic Day Club, then we'll be good. But I feel like throughout this year, you obviously had plans. As a DJ, you obviously have your gigs, and also as just like an event organizer, where you probably had plans where you'd have an event, Magic Day Club on this day. What plans of yours were actually sort of like pushed back by the virus in terms of being a DJ and an event organizer?
A lot, man. I think 2020 was supposed to be like really like, I was not being optimistic about this, but 2020 for me was probably supposed to be that year, man. I remember on the 31st of 2019,
December.
Yes, I was catching a flight to Istanbul. I actually spent New Year's Day while flying to Istanbul, and it was quite crazy, man, because one thing that came to mind was that when you pray for things, you know what I mean, this is how they present them, you know. Yeah, so that was crazy, and in the first 2 months of the year, I did about I think 6 or 7 countries. So my start to the year was pretty crazy. I mean, I was in Istanbul, I was in Germany, I was in Norway, I was in a couple of other countries, on Cyprus, and so on and so forth. So that's how crazy my first part of 2020 started. And then beginning of March, everything just like stopped, you know what I mean? Stopped. All the bookings that we had inquiries for later this year or for during the course of their summer were put to a halt, you know what I mean, and so on and so forth. But yeah, man, it just gave me time to sit back and like just re-strategize, re-look at myself as a brand and as a DJ and as an artist within the pandemic, you know what I mean? But I was able, during lockdown, I started something called the Kruk Radio, which were little minute snippets that I put on my SoundCloud and just sharing with people for them to keep saying and for myself to keep saying, because can you imagine being a busybody and then the next thing, like, you're stuck in your house, you know?
Like,
that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
You used to stamps on your passport, and now it's like,
yeah, now you got stamps on your bread tin.
Yeah. The stamps all over the kitchen. But yeah. I mean, like the country's open now, and we definitely, I personally want to come and experience Magic Day Club, because just from the word, I was like, Magic Day Club. I just pictured myself in like an island with a nice cocktail. You know, I just pictured like a whole new world of events. So when is the next one? Since the country's open, on level 1.
Well, how we do the Magic Day Club is that it's a constant build-up. I realize that a lot of people don't do like a series of parties. They'll do like one big party and it ends. So what we do is that we just focus on the summer, man. So the first one is on the 25th of October at the Scelo restaurant. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful beach restaurant that overlooks the Benoni Lake. It's a beautiful venue, man. Like probably one of the best. Like,
are we invited? Is Party42nite invited? We definitely need to come cover that. Like,
definitely.
We definitely need to be there. But now, you know what also strikes me the most about you is the fact that you've worked with X, like the brand, since X Find My Group. Firstly, how did like the relationship begin? Like fully on, like, okay, we're taking you on for so many years or for however long you're gonna be with them.
I think after winning the competition, everything was just organic, man. Like they to be honest with myself, they've got an imprint in my story as an artist, you know, because they gave me my first ever international gig, and and whether we love to hate each other, you know what I mean, whether we're fighting over invoices, whether we don't agree on certain things, they're constantly going to be family, you know. And that's what I appreciate about them, that we might go quiet maybe for a year without doing a campaign or doing anything, but we'll definitely come back, you know, because it's all family. And to an extent they also let me be who I am, you know, because of how organic our relationship started, you know. And that's what I really dig about it. We're actually working on a campaign right now. It's called Smell Great Today. I did the voiceovers for that stuff. I'm part of the ex-advocates, and doing some dope stuff for some of them.
It's very exciting. And like, I feel like maybe you might have tips for like other artists or other creatives that maybe create those relationships with brands, and then next thing you know, they're not doing anything together. Like, how do you keep that relationship for so long, even with the disagreements, like how you're saying that, okay, disagreements will happen here and there, but we still keep going? Like, what would you say artists need to do to maintain these type relationships?
I think the basis of a relationship, similar to each other.
A relationship. I'm gonna want to open up about my problems, but I don't want to.
Yeah, man. They literally just like a relationship, you know. It's about managing each other's expectations, you know, and sometimes like nobody is bigger than the other, you know. I've seen artists give their souls to brands, you know what I mean, and the brand basically puts like a sticker on their forehead, you know what I mean. With me, that's never gonna happen. Like that is never ever going to happen. So hence, like, it needs to be like organic. When a brand does come through and say, hey man, we want to do this, we want to do that, you know what I mean. I also look at what my plans are, and we firstly need to align from like a strategy and from a almost like a future perspective, you know, like what I'm working towards, you know what I mean, what my goals are, and so on and so forth. And then we implement both our KPIs into the strategy, you know. So I think that's why I'm cool with X. That's why we're doing such great things with X, you know. And I've had the opportunity to work with a couple of brands, but our stories didn't align, man, you know. Like like certain things just didn't align. They didn't speak to, you know, and unfortunately I was able to sit down with my team and say, hey man, like, we can't do this, you know. But rather say no from the jump than going to this thing, sign contracts and promise on deliverables. Yeah, and the next thing, you're not delivering because there's certain things that you don't like, but you're in it for the money.
I like that. I think that's like the best approach, as much as, because our industry is so small, it's like some people get like pressed to taking those deals, even though they know that, I don't know how I'm gonna model this, but I'm gonna do it, you know, because of the money. My thing is that if you put in the work, if you are true to who you are, if you are just comfortable in what your story is supposed to be, like, everything will come together. I mean, look at Master KG and Umngabo's story, you know, like nobody cared, nobody thought like there'll be like the pallbearers of like South African music, you know what I mean, through the pandemic, and just and cross-pollinate our sound through like many urban movements and cultures, you know, and if those two like aren't confirmation that when it's your time, it's your time, I don't know who else will be. I also don't know. I don't, because like Master KG really like took, because there were people that didn't care, but now it's like okay, the whole world cares, and now
the whole world cares now. Like, who are you?
Okay, cool. So you see what this next, okay, this is like my second last part. You're gonna decide what we talk about. You either letting me and the joiners into your pockets, or you are letting us into your love life. Cholo. But you decide. But now you don't know which one you're gonna choose. So I have left, right? Left, and then I have right.
Okay.
So you need to decide which one you are going with. Keep a straight face. Choose.
Hey, man, Ainsley, Melinda. Let's go left.
Okay, there Inzi. Ha, asingena kumchola putisa. Asingena kumchele. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, who are you dating right now?
Somebody.
Okay. Do you think of getting married? Why are you looking away? Do you think of getting married one day?
Definitely one day.
Okay. Are you a romantic? And if you are, what romantic gesture have you ever done? Romantic land.
Yeah. I made the bed.
Listen. As long as, okay, I'm not gonna ask you to explain. I'm not gonna ask you to explain. What's the bed? So I mean, we want to know the gesture. Okay, last one. Hey, you moved through these questions so quickly. Other people usually like kubanzima. Okay, the last one.
I work on radio. I'm used to these things.
You're so used to thinking on your feet, very quick and fast, like in and out. Ooh, in bed. Okay. Last one. How do you map on a girl? How do you ask a girl out? I'm sure people since we are doing that.
I think it's very difficult in this day and age, because I want to be deep about this, because we obviously come from a patriarchal background, you know, where we're like you know what I mean, but with all the learning and with all the with all our sisters coming out and saying that actually that's not a way to approach me, you know, because and that could be soft quote catcalling or you're intruding my space, you know what I mean? So I've literally just started just keeping a very tight circle, and if I am gonna like somebody, somebody needs to know that somebody and basically use that person as a way in, you know, that's it. No, but it's also important for me to do that personally, because you don't want to find yourself in a situation or doing something that you thought was historically the way men did stuff, you know. But you find that you being intrusive, you invading somebody's space, you know, somebody's not feeling safe, somebody's feeling like you're in their face, you know. And yeah, man, and I really think that's something scary, you know, that us guys don't think about, and those are the unlearnings that I've been trying to do for the past couple of years now.
And I feel like you're doing well. The fact that if you can think like that, because sometimes you just wish niggas Dude, let your cologne get my attention. Don't come grab my hand.
You know what I mean?
Like, it's just not on. Kruk, thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking time out your day and hanging out with us. Well, we basically just want to know, where do people get to see you live your life every day? Where do they get your music? Where do they get to hear you on radio? How do we find the Kruk?
So it's easy, man. Just follow me at DAKRUK in all social media platforms. For bookings, it's info@thekrukworld. Do catch me on 2 of London's biggest youth radio stations, the Beat 103.6 FM, every single Thursday evening for my radio show called I'm International, and every Sunday on the Drums Radio. You can stream both shows. On Thursday, you can stream the Beat London 103.6 on www.thebeat1036.com. And the other one on Sundays is drumsradio.com. Or you can catch me on YFM on YTKO every single Monday at 6 p.m. So that's my life. Do also follow the Magic Day Club. It's at Magic Day Club. Our first event is happening on the 25th. We've already sold about 30% of the tickets. So a third of the event is already sold out. So yeah, because people know. Because people know, man. Trust it. Yeah, so yeah, man. So tickets are on sale at Web Tickets like right now. So do get your tickets and come enjoy like a dope afternoon vibe and sunset vibe.
Like, I can't wait. Like, I feel like, do you think I have too many high hopes? Because I just feel like I'm going to be walking into a whole new world of events.
Yeah, I think
we'll see, because is coming.
I think don't get into a relationship before you come to the Magic Day Club, and then you'll decide after.
Yeah, you see, since I'm going, I need a replacement. Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll find somebody there.
Really? Hey, you must check for my type. I'll just text you very quickly there by the DM that's tall, dark, da-da-da, and then you let me know that I still Ukona, just pull up. Thank you so much, man. It was really nice hanging out.
My name is Mapa Stelo. It's okay.
Okay, Kenny. I don't even know how to reply. I'm done with you. Bye-bye.
Yes, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.